Hello everyone, welcome to Lavender Storm Tarot. This is actually my first ever video, so I'm not expecting a lot of people to see it. But I figured I would read from my favorite collective, my favorite sign. That is no secret. Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn sun, Mercury, 7th house stellium. I love Capricorn energy. So I figured I would start with something familiar. Today we're gonna do a reading for your shadow and for your higher self. So let's start with your shadow. I like to start with the shadow just to get, the hard stuff out of the way first. So tell me about Capricorn's shadow. Tell me about Capricorn's shadow. What is their shadow telling them? What is Capricorn's shadow telling them? We got the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, Seven of Swords reversed, the Moon. I'll take that upright. When it's sideways, I tend to take it upright. King of Cups reversed, and one more for this row at least. Six of Pentacles. Okay, let's see the clarifying cards. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Nine of Wands, sorry, reversed, Eight of Wands reversed. You're funny. Knight of Wands reversed, and 10 of Wands reversed. So we got 8, 9, 10 of Wands in this deck, and 3 of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck, the Empress reversed at the split, and Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see. So the way that I read is I take these cards in pairs like this. So the King of Wands would be clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Your shadow seems to know exactly what it's doing at this moment. It is headstrong, and they are working diligently to further your passions and your projects and what you actually care about, what drives you. But it seems like with the Four of Wands and the Two of Swords that there's some indecision when it comes to a certain relationship in your life or something about your home life that you're not sure, it's making you uncertain, and you don't like that feeling. Capricorns don't like to be uncertain. We like to be very dedicated and determined, and we have a goal and we stick to it, and that's that. But sometimes these things change. Sometimes these things shift and move, and we have to adapt with it. And then we have the Seven of Swords reversed with the Nine of Wands reversed. So I'm seeing that, you're not really hiding much from yourself, but you are letting go of a lot of burdens that may have kept you in some illusion, some mental blocks, some mental cages that you just couldn't see past. But your shadow is releasing those now. And, but however, with the moon and the Eight of Wands reverse, there is still much to be learned from your shadow. If you have not given a name to your shadow, I definitely recommend doing that. It just helps, personalize them. They are a part of you. They are you, after all. It's the part of you that holds all your trauma, holds all your survival instincts, all your bad, terrible, feelings. It is every bad thing you have ever thought of, your shadow holds. So, we want to be friends with that part of ourselves. We don't want to alienate it and just focus on our higher self, because that's a mistake a lot of people make. So there is a lot to still be learned from your shadow here, and I see that there's not much communication being made between you and your shadow, which it could be very helpful to start to maybe do some tarot spreads with it, maybe journal from the perspective of your shadow, and yeah. And then moving on, we have the King of Cups reversed with the Knight of Wands reversed. So, over here, I thought that you were just, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, very, not dedicated, but decided on what direction you were going in and why and for whom. But over here, when it comes to your emotions, it feels like they are not very aligned with what you think you want and what you think drives you. So it may be time to ask yourself, what do I actually want emotionally? What would fulfill me emotionally? Capricorns tend to neglect that side of us, our emotional side, because, we don't tend to think that it matters as much, but it definitely does. I would say that it's the most important, actually, learning everything that I've learned so far on my spiritual journey. I think your emotions are the most important. Like, yes, it is important for your passions and your mental state to be in alignment with your emotions as well, but honestly, they're kind of secondary to what you're feeling, because you can't control your feelings at all, and they just come and they wash over you, and they drown you sometimes. Like, this definitely feels like you are drowning in a place you don't want to be, but you don't want to admit that you don't want to be there. But I also see that with the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands reversed, the people around you and your everyday relationships, they definitely help take that burden off of you, take that that responsibility, and it kind of, evens the load. A burden shared is a burden halved. So yeah. And then with the Three of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck, there's the Queen of Cups. The Three of Cups reversed, I feel like even though there are people around you that help you maybe with like everyday things, you don't necessarily feel that emotionally connected to them. And I feel like that is something that you don't want to admit, but it definitely is true. And that's what shadow work is all about, is admitting the stuff that we do not want to and accepting it. You know, radical acceptance goes a long way with shadow work. So I implore you to reevaluate the relationships you have in your life. Who can you actually emotionally connect to? And who feels, let me rephrase that. How does it feel when you emotionally connect to the people in your life? Does it feel good? Does it feel rejuvenating? Or does it feel draining? You know, definitely take a look at that. Take note of that when you hang out with the people in your life. Yeah, that's my advice to you. So let's move on to your higher self. And I've got my Santissima here for moral support. If you're a devotee, definitely drop a comment and let me know how long you've been a devotee for. I've been working with her since 2022, but I've only been a devotee since about a year ago. So, yeah. Alright, tell me about Capricorn's higher self. What is their higher self trying to tell them? What is Capricorn's higher self trying to tell them? And also let me know, where is Capricorn in your chart? What is your big three? I would love to know. Would love to know if we have some similar placements. I am a Capricorn Sun, Gemini Moon, and Cancer Rising. So tell me about Capricorn's higher self. What is their higher self trying to tell them? There's Seven of Swords reversed again. Maybe I didn't get the message last time. Seven of Wands as well. The Devil. The Magician reversed. The Magician. I'm sorry, I have to say it like that every time. Page of Wands. The Student. Six of Swords. Five of Pentacles. I see. Okay. The Ten of Cups with the Devil. We will definitely get into that. Five of Cups reversed. If you guys are interested in these decks, I will have them listed below. They're from the Six Sad Girls creators. They are absolutely gorgeous. And that's Three of Wands reversed. Honestly, sometimes the higher self readings can be more brutal than the shadow readings. So, okay. And the Moon again, reversed this time. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. On the split, we have the Ten of Wands again, reversed. And at the back, we have the Hermit reversed. Okay, so starting off, again, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So, but this time is with the Five of Pentacles. So there is definitely something that you are not wanting to see, that is making you feel lonely, that is making you feel alone, that's making you feel left out in the cold, that's making you feel just worthless. And this can be anything from a job, from a relationship, from the place you live, to the way you make your money, anything like that. But it is weighing heavily on you mentally. And you deny that it's an illusion, but you won't admit to it being a problem. So I'm gonna need you, Capricorn, to sit down, write down in your notes in a journal. I am a huge advocate for journaling. I have about 1 million journals that I've filled up over the past 4 years of my spiritual journey. Just getting shit out of my system. I recommend doing that. It's a great way to admit to yourself the things that you don't want to say out loud just yet. But it's a good way to get them out of your head and out of your system and onto the, paper, where you can see it and you can look back and be like, wow, I really felt like that. But yeah, then we have the Devil and the Ten of Cups. Capricorn, what about your emotional fulfillment is so addicting? What about it is so just... it feels good, but you know it's bad? What about it is destructive? What about it is... but the Devil is also the Capricorn card, so that is you and your power as well. This could also just be, you and your power over your emotional fulfillment. You could be really putting in the work to make sure that your emotional environment and the people in your life, everybody that makes up the Ten of Cups, is just all of your friends, family, lovers, significant others, children, anybody like that. Everybody who holds emotional stake in your heart. That's your Ten of Cups. So, what about that doesn't feel right? What about that just rubs you the wrong way? And who makes you feel like that? That's something to think about. It's something that your higher self is pointing out. Sometimes our higher selves can be a bit more brutal than our shadows, because our shadows can sometimes be some big softies. Let's just be real. And our higher selves are just, they can be kind of strict sometimes, honestly. But, okay, so Seven of Wands with the Five of Cups reversed. You are really struggling to let go of some emotions that you are repressing. It's time to really, I would recommend my diagnosis would be, if you are into witchcraft, I would definitely do, this is a sure sign for a release, an emotional release. To get a candle, some herbs, write down what you want to release, ask the tarot, ask your guides what you should be releasing, write it all down, pour yourself into it, and tell the universe that you want to work through these emotions that you are repressing and that you are ignoring. Because the more you repress these emotions, the harder it's going to get. The Seven of Wands is struggle, but it's also protection. So you call yourself protecting yourself from these emotions, but they are your emotions. There's no reason to have to be protected from them. So And when it comes to things of the past, you know, things that we've been through, traumas that we've been through, you've already lived it. You've already gone through it. It can't hurt you anymore, but you definitely can get yourself to a better, more stable place by, you know, emotionally regulating yourself, working through those emotions, doing some shadow work, doing some higher self work, and, you know, really, really digging through what's at the depths of your soul that you're scared to look at. What are the emotions that scare you? That's a good place to start, you know, just really ask yourself, what do I feel that's scary? Okay, and then we have the Magician reversed with the Three of Wands reversed. So your higher self is telling you that you are not in control and you cannot see 2 steps ahead in front of you at this very moment. You may look like you're in control from the outside. You may seem like you're in control from the outside. But this tells me that it's all an illusion. It's putting on a brave face when you know that you're not okay. And you don't know where the future is going to lead you. And you don't know the extent of your own power. You don't know the extent of your own sovereignty. You don't know who you are. At the end of the day, your soul is an enigma to you. That's what I'm getting. But then we have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So, since the pages are very much students of the universe, they are learners, they are taking in everything they can from their suit, like sponges. You know, really try to vigorously learn from what makes you feel stable. Ask yourself what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel in control of your life, in control of your finances, of your environment. Because the Queen of Pentacles, I don't know if this specific card is Capricorn. I think it is Capricorn, but because I think the King of Pentacles is Taurus. But anyways, Pentacle suit is Capricorn energy because it's earth energy. So definitely ask yourself those questions. You know, what can I learn from what makes me actually feel the best and grounded and stable and secure at the end of the day. And then, okay, yeah, the word spiritual bypassing just came into my head, looking at the Six of Swords and the Moon reversed. Usually with the Moon reversed, it's like, you know, illumination and learning and, you know, seeing things for what they are and things coming to light, but I'm really not seeing it like that. Excuse me. I'm really seeing this as you trying to move on mentally from the shit that you don't want to see. From the shit that you do not want to encounter. You know, you could be like whoever said it, you know, spiritual bypassing is gonna get you nowhere. You know, it's like, if I could make an analogy for it, it would be like going to the gym for years, okay? But never once having leg day. You just always do upper body, you always do abs, but you never You never touch your legs, ever. And what's that going to do for you? You know? What's that going to do for you? It's not going to do anything for you. So, if you are trying to get into, the love and light, spirituality, the good vibes only, the high vibrational bullshit, I'm sorry, but that's not going to get you anywhere. You have to embrace the dark and the light. Because this universe is dualistic. You are dualistic. There's a dichotomy to everything in the universe. It's a pendulum swinging from left to the right, always. And we just have to learn how to move with it, instead of fighting it. We have to learn how to move with it. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords makes sense. Because you are mentally trapping yourself and getting in your own way, but you can easily step aside and allow yourself to move forward. The Seven of Pentacles, you have your head down and you are working. You need to continue to do the work that you're doing. Maybe implement some of the things that I've talked about here today. But, I think that would really help. Okay, so let's pull some oracles, and then I will be done with you today, Capricorn. This is a new deck I've gotten recently. It's the... God, I forget the name. Something to do with Samhain. But it's the Juliet Diaz deck. And she just... she hit the mark with this deck, I gotta say. So what is some advice for Capricorn? What is some advice for Capricorn? What is some advice for Capricorn? No, not those. These two? Yes, exactly. So we have, what do we have on the bottom? Voices. With a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. So if you have spirit guides in your life, if you have deities in your life, if you have a connection to your higher self and your shadow, to source, to spirit, listen to them. Listen to the advice they give you. It is valuable, and they are there for a reason. Let's see. We have Pumpkin, number 30. Uncaging the spirit within thou, the fertile power you hold. To taste your buttery velvet upon tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day that comes. We have Greet the Darkness, number 19. Here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole but cut deep with all their sharp edges. And then we have number 10, the Cauldron. Bewitching, yes it be, blink and you shall see, a bubbling desire left in the brewing rain. So I really see this, cohesively as, I just realized there's naked ladies on this card. I don't know if YouTube is going to catch that or not. But I really don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. But, okay, so I really see this as you harnessing your own power becoming, what's the word I'm looking, unblind is not a word. This is definitely not a word, but that's what I mean. Like, becoming aware, I should say, probably, of your own abilities, your own greatness, your own ability to ground yourself. You don't need others to ground yourself. You don't need others to move forward. You don't need anyone else to live your life. At the end of the day, you go home and you have to be happy with who you go to bed with at night, which is yourself. So, greeting the darkness, it's really going to, this is really a call for shadow work in the plainest terms. It wants you to meet your shadow head on. Spirit wants you to really dig deep and face the fears that you have about yourself. Face the scary thoughts, the scary feelings. And really confront them and, talk about them, journal about them, sing about them, think about them, anything, anything is better than nothing, basically. Baby steps are better than not moving at all. Always remember that. And I see this cauldron card as really your ability to do this. You definitely have the ability to do this work and to move forward with yourself as a person and to grow as a person as well. So that's all I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing my first ever video on YouTube. I appreciated reading for you. It was a pleasure. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.